Will's out.
All right, so who's your table right now?
It's me and Avon right now. We talking.
Okay, so
the machine, the equipment,
the
equipment is still in Will's house. Yeah, I got the hookah. Yo, listen.
But Junior, let me ask you a question. So y'all kicking Will out the whip just because he didn't do something right or he stole something though? It don't sound like he stole.
Yeah. It felt like he stole. He stole because he kept all this shit under the table. Like I ain't seen none of this. I found out about this shit 2 days ago. When Avon hit me with the amount that he owed, I'm like, yo, bro, Will told me it was $15,000, and it's more than that. And then he's talking about 95% of the money that we owe Avon is for PTK business, and most of it is not. It's actually for his own personal life.
And he failed to pay people that's done work for the group for real.
Right, like the custom PTRs.
It's embezzlement. Wack's familiar with that word.
Is it really embezzlement if y'all really wasn't invested? It sounded to me like y'all could really fix all of this.
Yeah.
Y'all left it up to Son to take care of everything, and then once the math ain't add up, now y'all ready to kick this nigga out the whip. It don't really sound
Nah. He purposely downplayed the effect that everybody else had in the group and put himself in a position where everything was on him. Then the merchandise issues started piling up. The issues with people not getting paid, the issues with the money that was coming in, the income that was coming in, not being able to cover material costs and things of that nature. It's an all-around failure. It's like I said, to me, it's not a big deal. But from a business perspective, if you worked at any fucking company and you had a board meeting, the board would ask for him for his resignation letter. Period.
Yeah, but it just
he'd be taking his golden parachute and he'd be out the door. It's no love lost for real. I'm not gonna sit on here and bash this man like that. Like I'm not built like that for real. Like I want him to do good at whatever he does. He just can't do it over here.
Hey, I agree. It sounds like when you said, hey, Sylvester, real quick. Yeah, so the first red flag for me would have been when you got a business partner that needs $7,800 for a personal expense to change his living situation. I'm never doing business with a person like that.
Yeah, bro, that shit bothered me a lot. 78, and then he want to claim that 95% of the money that Avon gave him is for PTK business, and it wasn't even like that. It was like you could say most of it was for him.
So you got to present it right, Junior. Like basically, he called June up and said, "We have to pay Avon back," and then that's when June asked him, "What was the debt?" And when he told him, he said, "Well, how is that a debt for PTK? What exactly did you spend the money on?" And he couldn't give him like an accurate estimate on anything. And he said, "Well, I gotta holler at Avon
right there."
Yeah. So he was like, "I gotta holler at Avon because he got And then that's when Junior was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm gonna see what's up with Avon." And then when Avon told him how much that he really owed, it was damn near double what he actually told Junior. And then none of that money, once again, went to the business account. None of the orders was being made from the website. They was being made by personal mods that he put in place, which one of them happens to be somebody he ended up dealing with. You see what I'm saying? So we got people just receiving money. They're supposed to be taking care of pre-orders, but no one is getting their hoodies because nobody is spending money on anything. And then he's actually asking for extra money for hoodies that hasn't even been sold. He got damn near 300 hoodies sitting in his crib, and he's trying to get more hoodies, saying that because he gave Wack and CEO Reek something, that the numbers is going to go up. And I explained to him, I said, I get that part. I understand everything that you're saying. But at the end of the day, you still have hoodies right here.
Hey, for security.
So let me just say this real quick, though, because I'm listening, and it sounds like the business structure part of it was done on the fly. Like everything was just
definitely done on the fly.
Yeah, everything was happening in real time. And I don't know, this may sound biased because we fuck with Big Will over here, but I just feel like he was good at some things, but there were other things that other people could have been good at, and the shit could have worked.
There's plenty of people that's good at stuff. I can bake a fucking cake. Does that mean that I'm the best? You want the best people around you for the job. He knew that it was going to be on the fly. He was the one that took that what you call played the point. He played the point position. He was the one that knew shit was going to come at him fast. And I explained this to him numerous times. I said, if you can't handle the shit when it's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 members, how the fuck are you going to run a group when it's 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 members? This shit became overwhelming. Like I told you, it's like angel investors. Like if anybody does any investment, it's like this the angel round. This is Series A funding. You feel what I'm saying? So like things are going to change. It's going to be people that come in and go that serve a particular task that are good at what they do, but when you elevate to another level, they just not that good. When it was 3,000, 2,000 people, he probably was the greatest on all Clubhouse at doing that shit. But once you get up to 5,000 and you have $1,000 machines and people constantly calling you and you trying to do, twirl too many hats at one time, what he ended up becoming was a jack of all trades and a master of none. I can't afford to have that.
I get it.
That's a whole fact. Was any of the
That's a whole fact.
Does anybody carry any responsibility for putting that type of trust into one person's hands instead of saying this person watched this one, the next person watched that one, because you don't know and they strangers and you need to monitor that when you're dealing with a brand that could be lucrative.
But I think the key word
it still could be it's monetized. Like we bring in profit. It was just being squandered, and you only can deal with what you have in the hand. Like you've heard the stories from different points of view. Like I didn't know who God of Kings was or P or any of these people until after the fact, because it was portrayed to me that this guy was the original guy. This guy was the guy that started it. As time went on, you start hearing these things, and then you start, because you think about it, like, let me talk to these people that I keep on hearing. I keep on hearing God of King's name. I keep on hearing Junior's name. But Junior wasn't there when I first got there. What? But could you imagine how that conversation went? Do you think the conversation went, God of King was the original, one of the original niggas? Junior was in it because obviously Junior would come back in, and it would sound crazy if he didn't bring it up. But he definitely wasn't the topic of conversation when we was talking about moving forward. And if you listen to how everything talked, he'll say, me and Junior, but he doesn't, really pay homage to the other people that did it, nor was it ever a plan to even compensate these people.
I definitely get your point, but I'm going to say like this. At the point where you started to reach into your pocket and you started to invest, did it ever factor to you to say, well, I need to have some backup plans, backup options. Y'all need to come to me with a plan B, plan C, plan D, yada, yada, etc. Did there ever be like, just I shouldn't. I get what you're saying. I'm not going against you. It's just opinionated at this point.
Hey, be too easy. Hey, just real quick. I think the key point that was said, like, he explained it real well. Like, the shit just became overwhelming as the shit grew.
Okay,
I think
my bad. Maybe I'm overlooking it. My bad.
He want the mom and pop store to be Walmart, and management needs to change to keep up with that.
So it's just like supply and demand. Like the more demand, like say they gotta restructure, how things. Now they got a good handle on it. You know what I'm saying? They just moving people in and out. I mean, I get it. It's business.
See, I don't believe that.
I get what you're saying, bro. You right.
I don't believe that shit, because that's too much money, bro. It sound like to me the nigga finesse some shit, bro. That's too much money for the results not to be on point, bro.
That's exactly what it was.
1 equal 2 every time.
Well, there's that part of it, but that's just
1 + 1 = 2 every time.
That's an audit of the books. That right there is an audit of the books right there. So
you can't mix personal with business.
We not
that's
talking
what it
about
is.
this nigga mishandling the shit and he being overwhelmed, bro. Fuck all that. We talking about this nigga not doing what he's supposed to do with the money, bro. What happened to the money, bro? We talking about some real money, bro.
Yeah.
$50K, not a little bit of money, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
Okay, well,
then you got an $8,000
personal
loan.
bro.
Yeah, niggas ain't know about the fucking money. How the whole team ain't know about you getting all this money, bro? What are you talking about, bro? That shit ain't making sense.
I have a question.
That's the questions that I had for him, because like I said, as of me, like I already had talked to Junior, but our initial conversation, Junior was in the dark. Like, me and Junior had a repertoire between each other, but it was no reason for us to question anything. Like, I would talk to him, he talked to me, and it was never like, you think you're doing anything shady, because my position was never to immediately recoup my investment. I was, like I said, an angel investor. You want the big bag at the end when, fucking NBC or somebody comes and grabs you up, or Spotify or some crazy ass shit like that. You don't want to nickel and dime your company to death, you feel me? So when I personally was ordering the machines. I got the receipts for the machines and shit like that. I personally worked out the logistics of getting them to him, and I seen the merchandise, and I seen people getting products and posting them on their PTRs and saying that they got this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it never was a real red flag. The red flag for me wasn't anything to do with money for me, because I knew we was generating money. You know what I'm saying? We still are generating money. It was other people who hit my back channel saying that they weren't getting merchandise. People saying that the numbers wasn't right. People saying that they wasn't being paid for the work. Like, it just, it was the straw that broke the camel's back today. Like, hearing multiple different people's story and going through my back channels and actually, putting shit together, like putting the puzzle pieces together. And I said, like I told everybody in the room, I said, if we doing this shit for thousands of dollars, what you gonna do when it's $1 million or $2 million? Like, those are hard pills to swallow, so fix this shit. Like, you fix this shit right now while you can. If you break your leg, you put a splint on it, or else you walk on that shit, you might lose your fucking leg. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't like a personal thing. It was more so that other people came to me and they expressed the same concerns that I had. And then when we all talked together, it became like a pill that's too big to swallow. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I got a question. Well, Will said he got receipts. Will said,
but don't nobody got more receipts than me. And if he got the receipts, what, like, come on, like, if anybody knows anything about numbers, like, once you start selling merchandise, right, the revenue off the merchandise is supposed to purchase more equipment and more things like that. There should be no reason why you're asking for more money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he can have all the fucking receipts that he wants. I got every fucking receipt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't care about anybody else's receipts but mine. And at the same time, like, you got all the receipts and we generated a profit. Explain why you didn't pay Sky for the PTRs.
Fuck all that.
So I have a question. So, did you guys have any kind of business plan or standard operating procedure or anything like that?
Like a prospectus?
Anything in place that would give a realistic expectation as to what the standards were for all of the tasks that were entrusted to him? And I suspect that the receipts he's speaking of would explain some of the questions that you guys have, but you're saying you don't want to see them. So I am just curious about whether or not you had a plan.
Because he's saying he got all the receipts, but he's asking me for receipts. Like, today, as of today, he's like, can you send me these receipts? I'm sure it's for some, rebuttal to try to get some type of gratification out of the situation.
So the reason I'm asking about a business plan,
let me answer.
So I want to qualify the question so you can see where I'm going with it and why I'm asking it. I want to know whether or not there were any meetings along the way, because it seems to me he'd been in the position and all of those tasks were entrusted to him for quite some time. So were there any meetings or check-ins along the way? Because it seems like that was a really long time for all of this to go unchecked, for all of that responsibility to fall to him. So I just want to make sure that all of the responsibility is not falling to one person.
No, all
and
of the responsibility.
Other people are playing their position as well, because it seems like all of it is being shifted to him.
No. He was, by him being the de facto leader of the group, he was the one that came up with the majority of the game plan in conjunction with telling Junior what he wants to know, him telling me what he wants me to know, keeping us compartmentalized, and then delegating responsibilities to his inner circle.
But was there meeting?
Right. So, I mean,
there was meetings. It has to be meetings. He had meetings with everybody. We had group meetings and, FaceTimes and wave downs for mods and stuff like that. But, that's the thing. Like, when you get reassured, okay, this is what we're going to do. If I was to bring up an issue, like hypothetically, Yeah, well, such and such hasn't got his hoodie. Yeah, I want to make sure that everybody gets their stuff. You just make sure that they get the information to me or get it to Dee, and then we'll work it out. But we need to make sure that they get this, that, the third. And then 3 weeks later, the people who still ain't got their shit. And now it's 4 more people on top of that don't have their shit.
So, I mean, if you think about it like this, like, say, for instance, today you guys didn't decide to kick him out of the group, right? Say today was just the first day you found out about it and you were upset.
It wasn't, though. That's a hypothetical. Like, he had chances. Like, he's had conversations with Junior and me and other people.
Because I'm trying to get to a place of solution. I mean, obviously you might be.
We at a place of solution. We're at a place of solution. We don't need mediation on it. Like what's done is done.
So you're not willing to negotiate or mediate, or you're not going to vacillate whatsoever.
No.
Hey, Queen Phoenix. Let me just throw this to you real quick, right? No one's taking nothing away from Will in the sense of what he brought to the table, right? The only simple issue is this. There was funds that was received. Junior was being told, I just received some money from Avon, right? Avon was being told, yo, I need this money because I'm trying to do XYZ, right? Okay. So he's the middleman. So he did his part in the sense to keep everybody in a position where they're waiting for something to happen, right? In the process of him doing this, he receives the money from Avon. He doesn't say nothing to Junior about it. And then when he does say something to Junior, he says, yeah, I got, I received something from Avon and I just got these hoodies. But he didn't say that the reason why he received that particular money is because he told Avon, yo, I need to move out of New York. I need to move to Miami, right? So now, when everything gets built up to the top, he comes to Junior and he says, we got a problem. What's the problem? We got a debt. Okay, what's the debt? Well, we owe $20,000. Junior was under the impression that there was only materials that was, directly referring or has something to do with Push That Knife. Later on, he finds when he has a conversation with Avon that a lot of the money that was being allocated to him was for his personal situation, like his car, getting the transmission together, you know what I'm saying, and other things. So when everyone started calculating the money up, we realized that when it came up to close to 30,000 or a little bit over that, it looked like it was only about 8 to 10,000 that was used for Push That Knife. Everything else was for personal use. So Junior said to Will, well, how come you didn't let me know that you was getting extra money from this man so I would know what the situation was? He said, because it was personal. So Junior said, well, if it's personal, I shouldn't be responsible for your personal debt. I'm only responsible for Push That Knife. That's when he said no, because I had to move Push That Knife. That's when he said no. All of this stuff this stuff is happening because of Push That Knife. And then he tried to blame his personal problems on Push That Knife.
So,
you understand what I'm saying?
So you're saying that it was manipulated, put on the business, but it was basically for your personal debt, but you tried to stretch and manipulate it to make it look like it was because of the business, in a nutshell.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the gas money. And
He's saying Big Will is wearing a mask.
So Avon,
I gave the example. I gave the example. Think about a situation like this, right? Me and whoever random's on the stage, we in a business, and I say, hey, I need to buy $100 worth of T-shirts. I don't know the company that you buying the T-shirts off. I don't know the per unit cost of the T-shirts, but I got faith in you because you're running a group, right? So I say, okay, I'll give you the $100. But then you take the $100 and it really only costs you $50 to get the shirts. And then you take the other $50 and you put it towards gas or weed or alcohol or whatever the fuck it is you want to do. That's improper accounting. You understand what I'm saying? And that's bad business.
That's shady business.
What was happening. Yeah.
I want to see my $100 worth of T-shirts turn for a profit. Exactly.
Yeah. Instead of looking out the company's best interest, he was looking out for himself while trying to maintain a facade of making sure that the company is his number one priority, but really putting food in his stomach and maintaining his personal lifestyle was his number one priority.
So I'm going to give you one more, right? Everybody's familiar.
The term is waste and abuse.
Exactly. And everybody's familiar with this picnic or this party we're supposed to be having, right? So originally, it was supposed to be in the Bronx. because he was supposed to be opening up his store on Valentine's Day, right? I did to do it, but hey, people ran with that, right? Okay, so that didn't happen. So then we say, okay, it's going to go to Harlem. We got certain individuals, they got locations out there, you know what I'm saying? Boom, we're going to do that. That doesn't take place. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to move it out there to Cali because we got some strong ties out there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of good people for Push That Knife is from California, West Coast period, right? So boom, big following, big numbers, let's do it out there. Nah, we ain't going to do that. We're going to take it to Miami. So I say, damn, Miami, you know what I'm saying? I know some people out there. So when he started doing this little pitch to me, yo, we're gonna get the 16-bedroom mansion, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna, do the little thing at Club Live, all that. So when he said that, I said, yo, hold up. So what's the process? He said, well, everybody's gonna put up 1,300. I said, all right, cool. I said 1,300. I said, so who's
shout out headline the world.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I said 1,300. I said, who gotta put it up? The members? He said, nah, the moderators. I said, why the moderators got to put up 1,300? You know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, because it's going to be this. We got to pay for this. It's going to be a weekend. So I said, all right. I said, so what about the members? He was like, nah, this ain't for the members. I said, hold on. So you telling me that we just doing this shit just for the mods and it's not like an open situation where everybody could come in, meet, greet, whatever? He said, nah, what we're going to do is we're going to get the mansion and then we're going to have a party at Club Live, you know what I'm saying, and the camera crew. I said, well, listen, this is what we're going to do. I said, I got some people out there. I'm going to make a phone call to my mans. If you got a big name and they up in there, then you already know, I might not be able to get the biggest situation. But if we get a decent night, I can make sure we get the biggest spot, you know what I'm saying, biggest section, bottle service, all that is going to be lit, right? He tells me, nah, because my man's going to take care of it. I said, your man's? I said, who your man's? He said, yo, my man's going to pay for everything. Red flag. Like I said, man, you let a person speak enough, they're going to let you know what's really going on, you know what I mean? So I said, well, hold up. If your man's going to pay for it, then how come the moderators need to give up 1,300 apiece? You know what I'm saying? He was like, nah, because, I got a camera crew coming out and some other stuff. And there's going to be prizes and giveaways and we getting a yacht. So, whoa, hold on. I said, yo, man, let me holler back. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I get at my mans and I'm like, yo, do you know anything about this? He like, nah, I don't know nothing about no fucking fundraiser and none of that. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of, and then we find out that this game plan that he had came from Mika. Mika, the one that was telling him.
Can I interrupt you really quick? Because I'm going to have to run out of here. But I have one last question.
Go ahead, sweetheart.
Not sweetheart. My name is Phoenix. But anyway,
Pardon me.
My question is, do you think that this could have been handled internally? Because personally, and also from listening to a lot of other people on Clubhouse who did like him and do continue to like him, a lot of people feel, myself included, that it was inappropriate to publicly humiliate him. This could have, if you were going to kick him out of the club, it could have been done privately. Mm-hmm. I do recognize, there may be reasons, valid or otherwise, but I personally think that it was in poor taste to publicly humiliate somebody who has worked hard, obviously.
Okay.
It's, merchandise aside, his presence on the app has been apparent to many people. So I would like to know what your response is to that.
Okay, so this is my response to that right now. This hasn't been a situation that just took place the last 2 weeks, right? And Will knows this. That's why, I would like to have him in here because he can speak on this. It was a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So Will was given a whole lot of passes. And we ain't talking about some Clubhouse stuff. We talking about off the app too. You know what I'm saying? I myself have orchestrated certain things and I have defended Will. And the members up here can tell you that. When there was times when people was feeling funny about him, I stood tall with him. I said, yo, listen, give a man a chance. You know what I'm saying? Give him an opportunity to do what he got to do. This was in the beginning stages. You know what I'm saying? This is when, Junior was trying to figure out who he was going to give the club to. But over time, like I said, everybody don't communicate with everybody, right? That's like, even on the stage right here, y'all might be on stage, but not everybody communicates with everybody, right? And certain people have an alliance with certain people. So when people was getting rubbed the wrong way, people start talking. You know what I'm saying? And that's when things start getting revealed. So I come to Will, I say, yo, Will, I heard this. Nah, God, that's not the thing. Hold on, let me FaceTime you. Let me show you this. He's showing me certain things. I said, okay, so I know he got the machines. I know he's working, right? Cool. Other things is coming up about certain females and stuff like that. I said, look, Will, whatever your personal business is, I get that. But just try to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that you make sure people keep your shit off the app. People should know certain things. You right, that's cool, right? Even down to Pink, you know what I'm saying? When she let everybody know that she was investing the money, you know what I'm saying? She said she wasn't giving the money, right? She wanted her money back because she wasn't satisfied with the agreement that they had, you know what I'm saying? She didn't like it. So she came to me, listen, I'm out, I want my money back. Me and Heisenberg, we go to Will, hey, yo, Will, listen, man, just do the right thing, give her back the bread. A week goes by, she didn't receive her money. Things get messy, you know what I'm saying? So what do? We make sure that she gets her bread. I even personally put something up. Go ahead, shorty, you good, right? With that being said, and it's a long list of things, Will, on the strength of his presence, on the strength that Will is a likable guy, on the strength that Will did build a lot of the structure, you know what I'm saying, when it came down to push that knife. People put all that in the backfield. But what we realize is that every time we smooth something out behind closed doors, and this is what certain members feel, is that he was given an opportunity to get in more back channels, to go to other rooms, to get money. Because this isn't just push that knife, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be other people that is going to have their own story. We just decided that we wasn't going to get messy and bring their situation to our situation, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's going to be other rooms, you know what I'm saying? Because he did try to do a cross network with other rooms, and that other shit was crazy. So what I'm saying to you, Ms. Phoenix, is we gave him that opportunity. My problem, and my only problem with him, other than the fact that he said he pulled up and he really didn't, but I can let that go, is the fact that the money was being invested. It was supposed to be hoodies and things of that nature that was being purchased. There was supposed to be orders that was supposed to went out, that never went out. And at
He
one
has
point,
pictures of them on the.
Right, exactly. And it was at one point we was under the impression that we didn't have really a big inventory on hoodies, that we was down to like 10 hoodies. So what happened? He hits up, we got to get more. But in our reality, the man had the hoodies over there the whole time and there was never nothing going out. This is what we're trying to say. So if a person has took the responsibility to do this, it's not like people threw the shit in his lap. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who said, I know the business, so we let him handle that. And then when things got funny, we put other people in place. This is where Avon comes in, to be a real investor and take care of other processes, right? And it still didn't work. It was a guy by the name of Fresh the Factor, you know what I mean, that went through the same thing in the beginning, even though he turned out to be on some bullshit, but his real story about Will was similar to right now. And Finessed and him was trying to get me to, listen to some audio with some shit, you know what I mean, that Will was saying. I didn't want to hear that shit, and I still ain't even hear it. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, yo, with some shit going on, bro, you need to handle that before this shit turns into a fucking fire. So we gave him the opportunity to do that. So what I said to Will, because it wasn't like it was a sneak attack, he called my phone. He said, yo, who boomed the room? Because somebody had boomed the room. I said, listen, I don't know. We're going to figure that out. But we about to have a room, and we got to speak to you about some dishonorable acts. Simple as that. He said, all right, ping me in the room. He had conversations with other individuals. So he knew that people was going to speak to him. Because I let him know. I said, bro, I'm going to come at you, and I'm going to come at you hard because I want you to be able to answer these questions. And if you can get past what I'm saying, then a lot of people's going to accept it if it is really the truth. And it wasn't. And he lied, and he expected certain people to not speak the way they did. Like he thought Junior was going to defend him. He thought Sky wasn't going to speak up. And that's what happened. So the only thing we say, Miss Phoenix, is it's nothing personal. It's just that when it comes down to business and it comes down to the financials, you go through trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? And this happens to be one of them. And it's a learning experience. But with that being said, we can't do business with Will. That's it.
I think Phoenix's personal belief is if you leave all that responsibility to one person, then that's bound to happen with anybody.
Well, I don't believe that because he wasn't the only one that had responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest.
Well, my personal opinion is a lot more complex than that, and I appreciate you saying that. But
my apologies.
No. It's cool. I mean, it's definitely, I have a lot more thoughts about it, but you already said your bottom line is you don't want to do business with him anymore. I personally think that's unfortunate because I think he was a very good asset to your group, but that's neither here nor there because if you're not willing to work with him or, sit down and hear him out and come to some sort of check and balance system where he can bring back into the fold, then
we heard him out.
There's no point for me to advocate for him to you.
Yeah,
we heard
Phoenix,
him out.
I heard him out. I tried. I tried to open up that business account. That shit irked me. When my name isn't on that shit, man. And when I tell him this a whole month ago, man, just he had the sheet in his house. Like it's just $60. He said it himself. Just fucking put my name in this shit and send it to them. And he talking about an email. He gotta wait for it. What email, man? Come on.
I can't hold you up, Junior. That shit is simple, bro.
Yeah, and
putting your name on that shit is simple, bro.
Exactly. It's crazy. So
it's implications to this. Like as far as the fact that Junior has the EIN and all that, like there's been no taxes withheld from any of these purchases. Like there's serious federal implications that can go behind this shit if shit goes sideways.
Well, it sounds like you could actually separate it because you say he got a DBA, right? He doing business.
Yeah, but he still would have to. He still would have to allocate. Do you think he kept an inventory of how many hoodies he sold?
That's what I'm saying. If he asking you for receipts, that's for personal use for tax purposes only, bro.
No, that's not for the LLC. So he can see how much money he owes. That's what that's for.
Hold on, bro. I don't think it's fair to say, ask the question, do you think he got him? I mean, you got to give the man the opportunity to produce him. You know what I mean? To say, do you think he got him? That ain't fair.
That was a rhetorical question.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just kind of give him, at least you can give him that, you know what I'm saying? Just give him the chance to produce it. You know what I'm saying? And he may have kept a tight receipt of all that shit. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm not going to lie, man.
Or log.
Oh, my bad, Caddy. Were you finished, Caddy?
No, that was it. I was just saying he might have just kept a log on. You know what I mean? Maybe he have a log on all the inventory that came in and went out. That's all I'm saying. You never know.
Well, he said if he don't know how much money was lent, and he's telling Junior one number, and he's telling me another number, and I'm the one that got the real fucking numbers. I'm the one that has an accountant in real life.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Just listening to y'all brothers speak, man, it seems like y'all got a good business head on y'all and communication. Man, I just wish that those lines of communication was open across the board. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because I feel like y'all had a hell of a team right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, just listening to y'all speak, man, I just wish, those lines of communication was open, from the beginning. But, it's the nature of business when you structuring it, and then the supply and demand account, and then, you got somebody that's overwhelmed and then, money is not allocated for it, man. I get it. It's the nature of business. So,
I think commitments on paper or writing stuff down and then making agreements and doing them the legal way. I think people think that's not trusting somebody, but that's the best way we remain friends and we remain business partners. Let's put it on paper. Let's do it like this. Every position, bro.
Correct. Especially when you're doing business, bro. When you're doing business, you got to do business. The homeboy shit got to go out the window.
Well, that's a fact, Kevin. That's a fact.
I have a question. Avon, what happened to the amendment?
Does Snoop really have a piece of the company?
Yeah, well, I was asking about the amendment.
Is Avon here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I was asking about the amendment where he said that he had the amendment to the LLC or the doing business as whatever. What happened with that? Is that the paper you're talking about?
No, I didn't say that. I said that when Junior went to go get the stuff from the bank, like he couldn't do it because the stuff was in Will's name for real. The issue that I was saying is that I know tax money hasn't been allocated to be able to pay your yearly taxes off of the sales of the merchandise for real, and that has federal implications. That's what I was saying.
Hey, Avon, so before Big Will left, he said y'all never gave him no $20,000 in cash. It was just money towards the machine. So how much money is actually missing? Because y'all, it sounds to me that y'all saying like he took $20,000, but that's not adding up.
No, he has the machines, but there was There was money that was, diverted to him for his personal use, and as well as stuff that he said was for PTK, which we have no way of telling if it was for PTK or a way for him to be able to facilitate his living.
So you're not understanding what I'm asking you, bro.
I'm understanding you.
Did you pay for the machine or did he pay for the machine?
I paid for the machine. I got the receipt.
And that came out of your business account. Wait.
I paid for the machine and wrote it off on my taxes as a business expense.
Yeah, but you're charging him for the machine now. Hey, hold up, Beast. Let that man get his question clarified.
Who had the question?
No, I was asking about the money issue. So because y'all was saying like he took $28,000 or some shit like that. But the way that I'm listening to this conversation, that shit's not adding up. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you bought the machines, listen to me, bro. If you bought the machines, how much money is actually missing? Because the machine is the most expensive part.
It's like $12,000.
But the machines wasn't the biggest investment. The machines wasn't the biggest investment. There was the machine though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know at what point did we seem like we was crying over like the money. My issue is people pay for shit and they didn't get the shit that they paid for. Like how much for the machines were? They want some good machines, nigga. They're expensive. I'm not going to. I'm not. Bro, let that man finish everything. But one machine was one of the machines was $5,300. I can tell you that.
Okay, so there was two. So y'all need to take that out of the equation. Now we need to find out where the other money is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, once you recoup the machines, that'll be, that'll go towards actually helping the business get back on its feet because those machines benefited us by generating the profits. Now the question is, when the money was made from the machines by making merchandise, where did that money go?
So that's
you get what I'm saying
right there. That's the point I'm trying to get to right
Yeah, because the hoodies are
now,
like what? $50?
How do you know? How do you know?
65.
So how do you know he sold all those shirts? I mean, have y'all did inventory on the shirts?
Because he told us. He showed Junior the numbers, and I've seen a lot of the numbers prior to this. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay,
like, I know how many orders.
Listen to me once, bro. You said he told you, right? And he said he have receipts. Why won't y'all look at the motherfucking receipts? That's the point.
Why would you need the receipts? You want the money. You want to look at the account that the money's in.
You gotta take it a step further, Avon. So you gotta realize this. This is what he's saying, right? Keep in mind that this is pre-orders. So understand what this is. You gotta pay attention to what's being said here. Because I think people's missing the bigger picture. Pre-orders are coming from the members, right? And there's certain moderators that was paying for their own hoodies. So every dollar, right, that was being sent to either a Cash App or Apple Pay, whatever, it was for a hoodie that was accounted for at this particular time because it was a pre-order, right? Now, here's the flip side. Will was getting pre-orders from the people coming into PTK, but he's also hitting up Avon saying that he needs more hoodies for material.
And he's also getting new orders brought in by people promoting the merchandise after that some people received their merchandise and they put it in their PTRs.
So Avon, you paid for the hoodies?
Yeah, everything.
So you know how to do your math, then, right? All you got to do is add up what the fuck you was supposed to be getting on the hoodie. You know how many you bought, right?
Hold on, real quick. They're not trying to figure that out. I want y'all to keep it in perspective.
No, I'm just trying to say this, Sylvester, because I don't think so. I think shit like that.
I think I know where homie is going there. So let's do some real numbers, right? Okay, so
all I'm saying is do y'all math before y'all accuse that brother, bro. That's all I'm saying.
He did the math. He did. That's why they passed me no receipt.
Let me say this to you, bro. Let me say this to you, bro. So, okay, each machine 53, right? Okay, so right now we're gonna just round up. We just want to say 12,000, right? That's what we're gonna go, right? So let's say the machines are $12,000, right? And I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, a couple hundred, right? Okay. All right, so we say 12. All right, so we say 12,000. So you take away the 12,000, right, from the 28, which at this point it came out to be 33. But since the number at that point was 28, we're gonna stay with that, right? So you take the 12,000 out of the 28. What do you have?
16.
You got 16, right? Okay. So that's $16,000 that's left over. Now, for
14,
the sake
14.
of the okay. So for the sake of
16, my bad.
yeah, it's 16,000, right? So listen.
Good thing y'all niggas wasn't in charge of
the power moved on him, and you guys took the company out from him. That's grimy. Hey, y'all, let me hear this because I'm trying to. See if he going.
So look,
You politics on him.
12 from that comes out to be 16,000. So you have $16,000, right? That you were in possession of, right? You're telling Junior.
The crazy part is the bank was controlling the money because he was buying the machine, he was buying everything. So he had control of the money. So you got to tell me he had control of the money, but you guys don't know your finances? That makes sense.
Bro, calm your ass the fuck down, my nigga. Like, for real.
Yo, Peach, he was right there, bro. Hey, my bad, bro. Continue to say what you were saying.
So now, right? Okay, we have the $16,000 that we're dealing with, right? Okay, he's telling Junior that listen, I got to take this money. You know what I'm saying? In increments, not as a whole, right? Because he's getting it in increments, right? I have to take this money that I have every time that he gets something, and I have to invest it into this. He's saying he has to buy ink. He said he has to buy patches, stickers, all this other stuff, materials. But at the same time, he's telling Avon that he needs to get more materials. So Avon is sending him little bits and pieces here, and then there's other things that's coming into the play. Like he's having these personal conversations with Avon, but he's telling Junior that it's all about business. So once again, he hits Junior up and tells Junior we have a debt. Junior don't understand what this debt is about. If he knows that only $12,000 at the max was spent on these machines, but he's saying that there's a bigger debt in its totality. But in our reality, when Junior talks to Avon, he's like, yo, I was giving the nigga the money for the supplies the whole time. Now, one thing that I didn't speak about was the pre-orders. That's what I'm trying to say. It was so much money left over that it could have been money to pay for this, to pay for that, to pay for this. It could have did a lot of things. But he ended up with no money at all, even down to the point where he couldn't pay for a fucking hotel. Let's call a spade, bro.
Okay, so I question the bookkeeping because it could be like this. Okay, even if I'm Avon, I'm a guy that's kind and friendly enough to lend you the money. $800 for a hotel, so and so $7,000 for a machine. So I'm gonna write in the books $7,000 for a machine with $8,000 in the hotel. So out of the profits and everything we doing, you owe me $800 for a hotel, and this is a different part of it. This is a part of a machine that's gonna make us profits back. So you taking right down the splits. Nah, bro, you owe me this for your personal use out of your profit. When he profit, he owe that man that. When
That's
we talk
what
about
it's
the machine,
supposed to be.
you know what I'm saying?
But he tried to take the entire debt and put it on Junior, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what
he's put it on PTK.
Okay, but that's not right. That's not right then.
Exactly.
That's not right.
So when Avon and Junior have the conversation and they start putting it all together, he's like, well, hold up. He told me that we owe this. Nah, this is what's actually owed. Well, he told me this was for this. He told me he had to move. He didn't move. He told me he had to get a new car. He never got the new car. There's a lot of other things that was coming into play that he was using in the name of PTK. But when you come down to the actual numbers, my G, more than half of that shit went towards him. Now, we're not just speaking about that.
Junior?
Because I can speak for Junior.
Why doesn't he speak for himself, though?
Because I'm speaking facts. So when they decided they want to speak, they tell me to land, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I'm gonna let them speak.
Yeah, if anybody got
Junior should be explaining Junior's point of what's going on, because he was part of the thing. He was the one dealing with Will, don't you think?
Hey, well, look at it like explained it already, bro.
Yeah,
we already explained our position.
Hey, business is business, fair is fair, a spade is a spade.
Yeah,
Bro.
they business partners, man.
I understand that, but how many business partners does it take to run a business? You guys got 30 business partners, and you guys only said 2 business partners. You said,
yeah, that's a good bro.
Come on now. Hey, the one on his bro.
but just
that nigga speaking facts, bro.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
Rappers do that. Rappers get.
Let me tell y'all something. Look, I'm not. Have y'all noticed? Y'all noticed I haven't Googled Beast, man. We fucks with Beast. That's why this nigga's name Beast.
That's weirdo.
One thing about me, bro, I'll take none of that personal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like y'all push that knife. Y'all know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he pushing that knife right now.
I'm just basically
Nigga, Beast pushing that motherfucking knife.
That's a fact.
I think rappers do that when they say.
Let me explain something to you. We're not dumb here. Look at it. Listen to me. What I gotta say. You guys are. So you're saying Avon controls the money. He bought the machine. He's doing all. Well, Avon's the bank basically. So how is Avon not responsible for his own money that he's lending out? He's lending it to Junior or lending it to Will. Excuse me. But now you guys don't know where it's going. But he's the one. Will's paying for. Avon's paying for everything. So I don't understand how you guys are trying to throw this on Will when Avon's the one coming out of his account.
He gotta give Avon his money.
The problem with Will is the snake.
Let me explain.
Hold up. Let them explain, because I already know what they gonna say right now.
Let me explain it like this, bro. It's simple, right? Okay. No one is not taking anything away from anything that was supposed to be done. It just wasn't done. But let's go ahead. For one, Avon is not crying about no money, bro. That's not even what it is, bro.
That's what he's doing. That's exactly what happened. You guys politic on him.
Listen, bro. You asked the question, I got you. He stated his whole thing is the problem was when people wasn't receiving their merchandise, bro. That was his red flag. He gave the money up because he was investing. He even said he didn't want the money right back, so it wasn't a reason to press Will for nothing. You understand? And not only that, when Will came to him with his personal problems, the man said, you know something? I'm going to make this situation a little comfortable for you because I need your head to be clear so you can focus on business. That's all this shit is about, bro. All he had to do was handle the business. Now, on the flip side, you got Junior that's like, hold up, I didn't even know that any of this shit was going on, and you telling me that I owe a debt when the majority of the debt is
I found out like 4 days
ago.
ago, me and Avon got on the phone for the first time. You
Come
know,
on.
all these...
So I understand what you're saying.
And you don't know nothing that's going on?
I was never running the business. I stepped away from this app for a month and a half. I came back March 15th.
Yo, God, I got one question.
And this business, the machine was already bought, and I didn't even know Avon when I stepped out from Clubhouse.
Yo, God, I got one question. This is Crook.
Peace.
Yo, peace to you, fam. Yo, so I just want a clear understanding. Pre-orders were coming in, but the merchandise was not shipped out. And now the monies, the funds received via pre-order are untraceable.
They've been squandered.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying everything should be wrote down and everything should be traced. But
the orders were not fulfilled.
If it's y'all first time, and y'all all sound intelligent, like
hold on, let God speak,
my bad, bro.
Go ahead.
There were certain individuals who received some hoodies, right? And this was basically the mannequins, if you understand what I'm saying. So once these mannequins, oh shit, hold up, the hoodies is really going out. It's all a trick play. So 5 or 6, maybe 10 go out. You really do your job because you want people to say that they received the hoodies, and they did. It's the people that said that they received the hoodies. So now in Avon's world, he's looking like, okay, cool, this nigga handling his business. There's no reason to check this nigga. There's one thing about him, he was covering his tracks, right? So this is what I'm saying. Now you have a situation with Junior, once again, that he finds out, oh shit, there's pre-orders that was actually being done. But there's no money being put into the business account. It's $1,000 in the business account, my nigga.
Okay, check this out. It boils down to a very simple comparison. Pre-order purchase, and fulfillment. Per the pre-orders, were all of the orders fulfilled with the stock merchandise?
Not at all.
All right, that's a problem right there. And
it's about maybe, I'm going to say.
That's right, your jack messed up,
Because from what I understand, is people still waiting on their orders who did do the pre-orders, correct?
That's a fact. And also, even down to the PTRs, Sky, she made the PTRs. And the PTRs was also pre-order. So, you know what I mean? You cash app Sky, or it was really going to Will, you know what I'm saying? You cash app Will, and then you would get your PTR. That money, $6 of that was supposed to go to Scott. Another $2 was supposed to go to a Cash App transaction. He said that we know about Cash App, that anyway. And then another $2 was supposed to go to the house, right? Scott received in the beginning stages a couple dollars, for some PTRs, right? Cool. Meaning that he said, hold on to the bag, right? She kicked out the $4. She kept her $6. That was that. And then all of a sudden, the orders and everything was coming in, and she wasn't getting paid. So it got up to like $400 or $500. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, Will, I'm putting these things together. Damn, can I get, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, he said he's going to give it to her. He never gave it to her. Sky's the one that's been making all the PTRs, and she didn't get paid. Not only that, she was the one that set up the YouTube channel. Not only that, she was the one that was putting all the paperwork together for the LLCs and the trademarks. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't Will that was actually doing that. It was Scott. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, God, look, God, I just want to say this. I know I ordered two pieces of merchandise, and I received my shit expeditiously. I just want to put that out there.
For that caddy?
Yeah.
So you big business, baby. You already know. You gotta receive your shit.
Bro, if Sky was the one doing the paperwork, then why people putting the paperwork on Will?
Nah, Scott, God, you made a mistake. Scott didn't make the LLC. She didn't make the trademark neither.
Here we go.
Nah, I'm talking about the paperwork that she said that she did.
That was the ND. That was some NDA shit over to Miami.
Pardon me.
Okay. Oh yeah, because Will said he did it.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it's like I say this with no disrespect. There was a bunch of people had a bag, but didn't understand the structure of business.
Yeah, I never had it. I told Will, that's the first shit I told him. I never did a business.
This is where niggas go wrong at, though, right? This is where niggas go wrong, especially street niggas. I definitely don't do this. If I know I got a reach on Ally and motherfucking Caddy could contest to this because he just utilized it to a motherfucker that may know something that can point me in the right direction. I'm not gonna play. I'm in competition with this motherfucker. I'm gonna say, hey, we trying to do this, bro. Is there any way you could help us out? Setting this up, that up. Caddy hit me yesterday. Hey man, Wack, my passport's been expired. I gotta go here tomorrow. Nigga, I know you know how to get motherfucking passport expedited. Send him a number, boom, bop, bam, he done.
All right.
Hey, Wack.
Right?
I'm gonna keep it on with you, Wack.
This was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I helped you niggas get out of that hump, over that first hump of 1,000, 2,000, 25. So why would the motherfucker say, hey, Wack, we want to turn this shit into business. We would know what I'd have did? I'd have gave like two, I'd probably gave like 2-3 numbers.
I'd have gave 3 numbers.
Call this person about this. Call this person about that. That person about that. They gonna set you up.
Now check me out, right? That conversation came up, bro. On everything, right? We had that conversation. We said, listen, one thing about Wack, he know this clubhouse shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring the numbers up. You know what I mean? We gonna make some shit shake. But then, when the whole thing happened with Snow Billy, and people was trying to grab, you know what I'm saying, for the company and all that, and then people didn't kind of know like where you was at with it because you was on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Showing niggas, yo, hold up, I got lawyers, I can make this happen. And then just being
what honest, the fuck I got to do with Snow Billy?
Nah, I'm about to get to this. So it was a kid by the name of Fresh the Factor. You know what I'm saying? And, people felt like you had an alliance with this dude. And the reason why...
I don't know who that nigga is. Who was that nigga?
See, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't never heard of that nigga day in my life. I don't know that nigga.
Check me out. Nobody never got a chance to really have that conversation with you because it was presented a certain type of way. People was like, something, we're just going to try to build this shit up and do it our own.
Okay, here go the question. Who's the nigga that presented that me and Fresh the Factor was allies. Who was that nigga?
He did himself.
Yeah.
He said that he's from the West Coast, somewhere from where he from, San Jose or from fucking.
Nigga, that's 400 miles away from me, man.
Yeah, so yeah, he came.
That's just like telling a Bronx nigga, I'm from Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Now that's look, Wack. That's the truth. But it was so much going on that.
But hold on, you niggas got action at Wack on the floor. Yo, Wack, what up? Yo, what's up? What you want?
You in the Matrix, bro.
Wack, you in the Matrix.
That's the fact. Quick to go there. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't play them games. The nigga the other day, yo, Wack, yeah, you got me a Tiger game. Nigga, I ain't get you shit. I ain't get you shit. Look at the nigga in the picture. Yeah, I know that nigga. Is that nigga you? No, that's my business partner. I got your business partner that. I don't know you, nigga. So that's on. It ain't so like look, y'all didn't have a way of checking crap.
You remember you came in the room, right? You came and pushed that knife, right? And me and you, I was the one that was speaking to you. I was like, because you was talking about the kid or whatever that you extended your graces or whatever. You know, you said you was gonna put a little deal together for him just to show that you ain't on the bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to say no names and all that. So when you did that, I came, you know what I'm saying, right after that, I was like, yo, Wack, you know what I'm saying? How can we bridge the gap? You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to do And you was like, yo, I kind of spoke about that. You must have just came in the room. So that was when we was in, talks of all that. But then that's when certain things happened. Homie popped up, you know what I'm saying? He from the West Coast. So it was a lot of tug of war, you know what I mean? Where you know how people was feeling about you with the, the New York thing and, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying, what do you New York thing? But see, I don't know because, once again, I don't. What New York thing, bro?
All right, Wack. So it was simple. Every time stuff was covered up, we went over this already. Me and you had this conversation, right? It just seemed like when it was somebody that was from New York, it was like you was happy to get that.
You gonna eat your words right now, though? No, because I go blow for blow. New York, LA, New York, Bay Area. You gonna eat them?
You talking to a nigga that signed the crib and got a Jersey artist?
Hey, you gonna eat them? Wait. You gonna eat them?
Listen.
Hold on, because I think you niggas, what you niggas didn't understand is, it's just a lot of fuck shit going on in our region. Say that, nigga, because when I found out about Jabalo, when I found out about this nigga Mob James, who else we exposed? My homeboy from my set. Who else?
Listen, who's
the last nigga we just got? We just flamed up somebody else.
We went through that, right? You was exposed to both sides. But what we was saying is that whenever it came down to New York, this is what your whole thing was. Like, you was going dumb hard. So this is what I'm saying. I'm just giving you the reason why people was kind of staying away from you in the sense of like, yo, Wack, what can we do? We trying to get this together. That's it.
Yo, can I interject?
I tell you what, though, that motherfucking label just sent me another $3 million out of New York today. So everybody ain't staying the fuck away from me.
Hold on.
Y'all niggas is...
I know what you trying to do, Wack.
I know it's just real shit, bro, because I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real, though, homie. And I'm going to stand on this. I've never went at nobody from New York. Jim Jones, I was clueless to until 6ix9ine put the link up. I read it. I watched it. I'm going to call it spade a spade. Freaky Zeke, Reek put the paperwork up. I read it. He's a motherfucking rat.
But that shit, man, you give approval to this.
No, I don't get that nigga. What you mean?
Because you got the
that
lawyers.
Nigga was in troll running plays with that shit.
You always say you got the lawyers, my nigga. We ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we gonna do that because y'all need to understand that Reek got his own identity. If he right, he right. If he wrong, he wrong. And everybody in this room that heard me stand on the side of Reek and say, yeah, that's what that shit say. He ain't wrong, but he ain't wrong. But everybody that heard me when Reek did something wrong, I don't pull Reek motherfucking ass in no side room, homie.
All right, boom. Let's
that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
So look. Real quick. If you remember the conversation that I had with you, Wack, right? My whole situation was this. I said, bro, just make sure that if you're going to bring paperwork out on somebody, right, just make sure that when you present it to the people, make sure that you got everything so you ain't got to keep running back and forth. Yo, what's this?
Well, we always bring everything.
But you didn't that time with the homie, bro.
Well, what homie?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. What homie?
With C-Cap.
Man, just say, okay. I'm about to say,
wait, that wasn't my paperwork, motherfucker. That was fucking...
Can you do that?
Bullis Gotti.
We ain't got to do that. I've been wild respectful.
Bro, that was Bullis Gotti, nigga. But you ain't gonna be worse than the DA with me, nigga, and put something on me I didn't do. On Paru, that was Bullis Gotti, nigga.
Okay,
every nigga know that.
So listen to this, right? But when that happened,
you mean?
You was orchestrating the charge, and the whole time
I ain't orchestrating shit. I popped up in the room. That was 1,000 deep. Hold on, bro. Cause you ain't gonna do that to me.
Hey,
whatever I do, bro.
Listen, Wack. Let me tell you something, Wack. The whole time I've been up here with you, my nigga.
Hey, bro, Pink Bullets in here, bro.
Crazy, my nigga.
But now you is now because you lied on my name, bro.
Bro, that man didn't even have the same name.
You lied. Hey, look. You're lying on my name.
I'm not lying on your name, my nigga.
That room was open in Bullis Gotti room.
From New York, my nigga.
Hey, look, bro.
This is your
by
thing.
The time I got to the room,
my nigga, this is your thing, my nigga.
Hey, look. By the time I got to the room,
him go back and forth with you about, you know.
Hey, by the time I got to the room 1,000 deep. It already been open 2 hours, and you telling me that's my play, bro?
What are you talking about, my nigga? The whole time you spoke with the lawyer. What are you talking? You know about this shit ahead of time, bro.
Wait, I didn't know about shit.
Yes,
you a fucking lie, nigga.
Bro, you sat there and
you a lie. Hey, look, nigga, I got $100,000 right now, nigga. Let's bring CK in the room.
And you know
that, in the, you want to put the bread up or not?
Put the money up.
You want to, bro? It wasn't my fucking play.
Yo, God.
What you mean?
Bro, listen, bro. That was your play.
God.
God,
let me interject real quick. Yo, God, let me interject real quick.
God smoked out.
Yo, Wack. The play here is that the young gentleman. They had wisdom.
This man trying to put me in Bullis Gotti shoes.
Hold on, Wack.
Bullis Gotti came on there and told everybody.
Bro, you put yourself in Bullis Gotti.
Hold
on, Wack. Let me finish.
Let me
finish. Yo,
hey,
Wack.
Bro, I'm reading the fucking link like everybody else is reading the fucking link.
Yo, Wack.
So you telling me?
Nah, hold on, God. Hold on. Wack. End of the day. These young gentlemen had your resource, your wisdom, your knowledge.
No, we don't. I don't know bullets.
At their fingertips.
Hey, no. Let me correct you. I do not know bullets. Bullets can't call me about no resource.
We're not talking
Hold on,
about
Crook.
We're not talking about that.
I know, but Crook, hold on. When he on, you gotta let him ride.
I don't know bullets. Bullets ain't never called my phone about a resource. Bullets don't even got my phone number on Paru. I ain't never even talked to that nigga on the phone.
Yep.
So what you saying, homie?
Bullis Gotti play, bro.
Okay, so
I'm not talking about nothing about Bullis Gotti.
I know, Crook. We got you, Crook.
You
Hold
gonna clear
up.
that up, bro?
Just hold
that
up,
ain't
Crook.
solid. That ain't you putting something on me. That ain't me. I'ma own my shit. I'ma let a nigga know what I'ma do before I do it and when I do it. I don't give a fuck. But you ain't gonna tell me I was a part of something that I wasn't a part of.
You wasn't trying to stand tall on that paper, Wack. Yo, for real, my nigga. I've been
bro, I read
the room, bro.
Hey, listen. Hey, look, me, Cadillac Todd. Hey, that's the case. Cadillac Todd guilty too, because we all did the same shit. We came in the room.
Cadillac Todd owned up to that shit. He said, yo, Wack, hold up for a minute. He even tried to correct you. You kept going on. And at the end of the day, Caddy was like, you know something?
Bullshit. We came in the room. Hey, we came in the room.
Stop. Yo, listen. Yo,
we came in the room. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
What are you talking about,
bro? You on some bullshit.
You're not making no sense.
Because you on some bullshit.
I'm not on no bullshit. I can't.
Bro, let me ask you something. Hey, look, let me ask you something. If I come and push that night, right? Y'all open 2 hours to 1,000 deep. Y'all got paperwork, and you talking about whatever. Wack pop in. Yo, Wack, what you think? Think about what? Corey Kick, what you mean he telling? Telling on who? Click the link up top. Click the link. I'm reading it.
Wack, you talking to somebody
that
that
know how to come in.
What you mean?
What you talking about?
What you?
I got
what you walk
playing stupid. You playing stupid, got it.
This nigga right here, bro.
How
How you just put something on me that ain't my shit?
Because it was your shit, my nigga. That was your shit, my nigga.
You telling me that was my paperwork?
Bullets is on stage.
You a motherfucking lie. That was
Bullets,
my...
Bullets, come up, my nigga.
Bullets is on stage.
This nigga motherfucking lie, nigga. On my mama,
so
nigga.
tight, Wack.
On my daughter's soul, nigga.
Tight, Wack?
Don't be lying because you lied on me,
You
nigga.
so tight, Wack.
Because
You lied on me, nigga.
The bottom line is this.
Bullets on stage, ass.
And Gotti knew what you was trying to do to CK.
Ask Bullets if I had anything to do
you
with
went
it.
in there to try to solidify it.
Be quiet, my nigga.
It backfired on you.
Bullets right there.
It backfired on you, my nigga. I know he's in the room.
But ask him.
My nigga. Hey, Gotti.
Ask the man.
Hey, Gotti. Hey, Gotti, come up off that bike, my nigga. Exactly. My point is this, Wack. Listen, my nigga.
No.
Come on, bro.
Bullets,
come on.
No. Hey, bro. I ain't scared of you or no nigga. When I come with paperwork, it ain't gonna be nothing but a bang out, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not a problem.
I don't know. Who are you,
bro?
Who are you for me to have to lie to you?
My nigga, you did it for content, my nigga. You did it because you felt like you had something good. And
that wasn't my room, nigga.
It backfired, my nigga. You gave
Is it on my YouTube channel?
And that's a fact, my nigga. You know that.
This nigga weird.
This shit with China. So look,
it's on my YouTube channel, nigga.
So look. So you ain't do that with China?
Do it, God. Listen, God, I'll fuck with you, bro, but this one, you wrong on this one, my God.
You wrong like a motherfucker, nigga.
Yeah. That wasn't Wack shit.
You on some whole other shit.
Hey, Caddy, the only thing I'm saying is this, bro. You remember that day that we was in the room, and all I was telling Wack was this. Make sure you got all this paperwork.
Me and Caddy got on the phone with the attorneys ourselves.
And it wasn't official, bro. It wasn't
Caddy, will you tell this nigga off a clubhouse, we got on the phone with the fucking attorneys?
Hey, Wack, this is all you do, my nigga. This is me and you talking. Hey, Caddy, respectfully, this is me and you.
Nah, bro, I can't talk to you because you trying to tell me I robbed the bank. I didn't rob, bro.
The only thing I'm telling you is that the paperwork that you presented.
I didn't present the paperwork. Hey, bro, I didn't present the paperwork, nigga. Fuck you wrong with you? Put the paperwork.
The replays was on. You was representing the shit in the room. What are you talking about, my nigga?
Yes, who was stupid as fuck.
What are you talking about, nigga?
Put the fucking
Bullet said loud and clear. I got the paperwork from the police.
Bullets was right there. Ask the nigga.
Of Wack, bro. And that's real, my nigga. And Wack.
Bullet said what?
Wack got up there, was trying to...
Wait, slow down. Bullet said what?
And I jumped up there. Hold on. I jumped up there and I said, "Yo, Wack, what are you doing, my nigga?"
Yo, wait, Bullet said what? Wait, Bullet said what? Bullet told you I gave him the paperwork?
Bro, what did I just say to you, bro? I said,
what Bullet said?
I said, Bullets put the paperwork out. I said,
this nigga left for wrong.
You, my nigga. That's it.
Nah, you said Bullet put the paperwork out for me? That don't even make sense, bro.
This was lying.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna say it again.
You sound
you're a liar, bro. You're a liar.
Open up the room.
You're a liar. You are a liar.
You, my nigga. That's
why would I open it up in his room and not mine?
What is going on, my nigga?
God, he was already talking about that paperwork for almost 2 hours on the Saturday.
Why would I open it up in his room and not mine?
They thought they had everything together.
Man, you ain't on no shit. You ain't even there.
What are you talking about, bro?
I'm standing on that. Nigga,
man, I didn't get knocked out standing on
that.
Nigga. Yo, let me tell you something, Gotti.
No, I don't,
nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
You didn't get
what I'm talking about, you weird ass nigga.
Wack right now, nigga.
You sound like a damn fool, you stupid
motherfucker. Nigga, you sound like a motherfucker that's not standing on what you
telling me I did it. Wait, first of all, bro.
Always do.
Hey, first of all,
that's real shit.
Hey, look, you said I wanted the content, right?
You end up sitting down with the nigga.
Wait, you first of all, you said I wanted the content, right? I didn't have no YouTube channel.
What the fuck is you talking about?
I didn't have a YouTube channel. So what am I doing with the content?
So there's no respect for you on that side of the fence anyway.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and your mama. Fuck your dad, homie. I can do what I want to do, nigga. And fuck push that knife. Now it's really on, nigga.
Because at the beginning of everything,
push that knife. Fuck what you talking about. And your whole team better know You clicked it on, nigga.
Fuck that. Let me get a slide out of friend.
Blood.
Bro, you did it with a lot of emotion.
Fuck that. Don't put nothing on my name, nigga. I ain't dead, nigga.
You lying, guy. You a liar. You're worth shit. Hey, man. You're worth shit. Yo, one mic.
Leave this nigga Wack alone. Alright, nigga.
Wack, listen to you.
Hey, bro. I'm who I am. You be who you is.
Hey,
You nigga that just got robbed, nigga, not me.
Pull Gotti up.
Some good shit, my nigga. I never got robbed for
Pull
anything.
Gotti up.
And if anything,
Pull Gotti up.
I'm gonna tell
Nigga,
you
you
like
a
this,
nah, you the clown, bro.
Yo, Wack, listen, you out of pocket, bro. Listen
You a clown.
Listen
You lying on my name.
Yo, God, listen to Caddy.
That was Gotti.
Right. Yo, God, listen.
Hey, pull Bullets Gotti up, y'all.
Nigga, I didn't mind. This nigga putting some shit on me.
I'm saying that.
I don't even know this nigga. I don't talk to this nigga. I don't got this nigga phone number. None of that shit.
He gonna leave before Gotti pull a watch.
Hey, hold on. What account Gotti under?
His name D Matrix. He got the picture, the PTR of the 2 G's on it.
I'm over say D.
I don't know this nigga. Gotti said on. I asked him where you get to work from. He said some police nigga. He said it on stage.
Some police nigga, Wack. He was
I was gonna tell you nothing wrong, my nigga. Caddy would never tell you nothing wrong, my nigga.
Bro.
Listen what I said, bro.
By the time I came in that room, hey, why would I hold a paperwork session in another nigga room, bro? When I got a room.
That's what I said, bro. It's simple. That wasn't
You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking idiot.
And so was your
Bullets. Raise your hand.
Your mother should have swallowed you, my nigga.
Yeah. Your mother's still swallowing you.
This nigga right here, hey, you a dangerous nigga, bro, because you just made up a whole...
Because I stand on integrity.
Well, yeah.
My nigga.
And in politics,
You're lying.
You know what it is, my nigga? I'm going to tell you what
You're lying.
You're lying. You're a liar.
You're lying.
Nobody calls you
Liar.
And I'm standing on what I'm saying.
You're lying.
Your mouth is full of shit.
Hey, bro. How is my paperwork when Bullison said, I asked him, I said, yo, where you get this shit from? My police partner. All right.
Right. You got a police partner too, right?
Who?
Greg Cable, my nigga. You know that.
Greg who?
Oh, this is a fucking idiot. Fucking parents, he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Hey, yo, this nigga is a fan, dude. He's politicking.